All those women who identify with your religion have every right in the world to not get an abortion, but they do not have the right to dictate my life. Once we get into the weeds of what the Bible permits, we're allowing them to frame it as if their particular religion should rule us all. And I'm sorry, our Constitution says the opposite of that.
I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper, and welcome to Unmuted. Today, I'm joined by Anna Kasparian, a political commentator and journalist who shares her views on the YouTube channel, The Young Turks. You don't mince words, you say how you feel on your show. So does that feel empowering at this moment to be able to use that platform?
I've been with TYT since 2007. It's been a little over 15 years where I've been hyper-focused on political news. How I feel resonates with a lot of people across the country. Women, certainly, with what we're experiencing right now with our reproductive rights being taken away. And I think the platform I'm on does provide both an opportunity for me to get the truth out there, but also it just helps therapeutically.
Your passion feels good for me to watch. Like, I love watching somebody get as mad as I am. After the Roe v. Wade news came, a video of you from 2018 started going viral.
I don't care if you're Christian. In fact, I will fight for you to have your religious liberty and practice your Christianity. I don't believe in Christianity, which means that you do not get to dictate the way I live my life based on your religion. It's resurfaced a few times. It was in the context of a conversation that me and my co-host were having about yet another anti-abortion bill that was being proposed in a red state. What was going through my mind in that moment was just this frustration over the fact that we have this idea of what America is supposed to be, where we support and fight for religious liberty, which even as an atheist, I believe in, and I would never in any way want to violate that right. However, I would expect the same courtesy in return, but we don't get that. What the religious texts of one particular faith indicates does not apply to the rest of the population in a country that has constitutional protections against church and state. And I think the passionate way in which I express that is what's led it to go viral so many times.
Obviously, reproductive rights are something that people have been aware of for years. And we've kind of seen this moment coming. On June 24th, we all found out that Roe v. Wade would be overturned. How did it make you feel?
Once it really sunk in, I felt an overwhelming sense of rage and also embarrassment on the international stage. And what we're seeing with like this rapid fire round of terrible rulings that chip away at our rights, that intentionally misinterpret what our Constitution says, I think we're in for a lot of pain and suffering unless we somehow persuade the Democratic Party to fight on behalf of the people who put them in this position of power to begin with.
You know, that pain and suffering, that's something that women know. Our grandmothers and mothers are the ones who originally fought for this. And I'll be real with you, I didn't even think something like Roe v. Wade could be overturned. How do you think our generation needs to fight differently?
I think it's important to understand the history of the anti-choice movement in this country. It was actually a response to segregated private schools losing their tax-exempt status. A right-wing evangelical by the name of Paul Weyrich decided, listen, we need to find a way to build a broad right-wing coalition of religious leaders in order to build and accumulate political power. And what he used to galvanize religious voters was the abortion issue. And he did it through intentional misinformation, fear-mongering about what happens during the procedure. And really what's behind it, aside from wanting political power, is wanting to control the lives and bodies of women. When you don't get to make decisions about your own body, you automatically become a second-class citizen. In the background, you had this well-funded right-wing machine strategizing and ensuring that they would get to where they are today, where they have all these institutions set up in a way to ensure that they get the advantage. Things don't move in the direction of progress automatically. Everything needs to be fought for, and the rights that we have need to be maintained by continuing that fight. We need principled, aggressive, young politicians to fight for us. It's time to be super aggressive in accumulating the power necessary to protect people's rights.